Glucose hacks for life. Master your energy and well-being. What if a few simple changes could transform your energy, improve your sleep, and balance your mood? Discover the science-backed glucose hacks that will revolutionize your health without drastic dieting or complicated routines. Fluctuating energy levels, mood swings, and cravings often seem unavoidable. But what if the solution lies in one key factor: your glucose levels? In this audiobook, we'll dive into everyday life-changing glucose hacks that are simple to apply yet powerful enough to significantly impact your physical and mental well-being. Whether you're looking to improve your sleep, manage your weight, or simply feel better throughout the day, these strategies will help you discover your body's full potential. Focus points: the science behind glucose regulation and its impact on daily health. Simple hacks to stabilize blood sugar levels. No drastic lifestyle changes required. How balanced glucose leads to better sleep, energy, and mental clarity. The role of nutrition and timing in managing cravings. Practical tips on managing carbs and optimizing meals for steady glucose levels. Special hacks, such as the vinegar trick and breakfast tweaks, to maintain balance. Real-world examples of how implementing these hacks can drastically change your daily life. Learning outcomes. Understand the vital connection between glucose levels and overall health. Implement easy, science-backed hacks to stabilize your glucose. Experience more balanced energy, improve mood, and deeper sleep. Gain practical strategies to manage sugar cravings and enhance physical well-being. Learn to make informed food choices that support long-term health. Focus point 1. The science behind glucose regulation and its impact on daily health. Glucose regulation plays a pivotal role in maintaining overall health, influencing everything from energy levels to mood stability and cognitive function. The body relies on glucose, a simple sugar derived from the food we eat, as its primary source of energy. However, the way glucose is regulated can mean the difference between consistent vitality and cycles of fatigue, irritability, or even long-term health complications. To fully understand the importance of glucose regulation, we must delve into the biochemical processes that govern it and their far-reaching impact on daily well-being. The role of glucose in the body. When we consume carbohydrates, they are broken down into glucose molecules, which enter the bloodstream. This prompts the pancreas to release insulin, a hormone responsible for helping glucose enter the body cells, where it is either used immediately for energy or stored for later use in the liver and muscles. Proper glucose regulation is essential because it ensures that the body has a steady supply of energy to fuel vital functions like brain activity, muscle movement, and cellular repair. However, when glucose levels spike too high or drop too low, this delicate balance is disrupted, leading to a cascade of health issues. The consequences of poor glucose regulation. Chronic fluctuations in blood glucose levels, often caused by a diet high in refined sugars and processed carbohydrates, can result in insulin resistance, where cells become less responsive to insulin. This, in turn, can lead to type 2 diabetes, a condition marked by consistently high blood sugar levels. Even before diabetes sets in, poor glucose regulation can manifest in everyday symptoms such as fatigue, difficulty concentrating, often called brain fog, mood swings, and sugar cravings. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism revealed that individuals with more stable blood sugar levels reported higher energy levels and better mood regulation than those who experienced regular glucose spikes and crashes. This underscores the critical role that glucose plays, not just in long-term health, but in how we feel and function day to day. The link between glucose and energy. Perhaps the most immediate impact of glucose dysregulation is the effect on energy levels. After eating a high-sugar or high-carb meal, glucose levels surge, providing a burst of energy, often followed by a crash. This is because the body releases a large amount of insulin to bring blood sugar down quickly, sometimes overshooting the mark and causing levels to drop too low. The result is what many people describe as an energy slump or afternoon crash, a common occurrence for those who regularly consume sugary snacks or meals lacking in fiber or protein. One powerful analogy to grasp this phenomenon comes from Dr. Jason Fung, a leading expert in nutrition and metabolic health. When you eat sugar, it's like throwing a log on the fire. It burns bright and fast, but dies out just as quickly. To maintain a steady fire, you need slow-burning fuel. This illustrates how complex, fiber-rich carbohydrates, which break down more slowly, provide sustained energy without the dramatic ups and downs caused by refined sugars. Glucose regulation and mental health. Beyond physical energy, glucose regulation is tightly linked to mental well-being. The brain is a glucose-hungry organ, consuming up to 20% of the body's energy supply. Consistent glucose levels are essential for optimal cognitive function, including focus, memory, and decision-making. When blood sugar is unstable, cognitive function suffers. A landmark study conducted by the American Diabetes Association found that both high and low blood glucose levels are associated with poorer cognitive performance, particularly in areas such as attention and memory retention. Moreover, unstable glucose levels have been shown to contribute to mood disorders like anxiety and depression. A 2019 meta-analysis published in Diabetes Care concluded that individuals with poor glucose regulation are significantly more likely to experience depressive symptoms, highlighting the connection between blood sugar and emotional health. Ancient wisdom from Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, resonates with this. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. The food we consume and how it affects our glucose levels is a profound determinant of not only physical but also mental health. Recommendations for optimizing glucose regulation. To maintain optimal glucose regulation and its associated health benefits, it's important to make informed dietary choices and adopt lifestyle habits that support stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. Here are a few science-backed recommendations. Prioritize fiber-rich foods. Foods like vegetables, legumes, and whole grains are digested slowly, providing a steady release of glucose without causing sharp spikes in blood sugar. This prevents the post-meal energy crash and helps maintain stable insulin levels. Include protein and healthy fats in every meal. These macronutrients slow the digestion of carbohydrates, leading to more gradual glucose absorption. A breakfast rich in protein, such as eggs or Greek yogurt, is particularly effective at setting the tone for the day's energy levels. Incorporate movement after meals. Even a 10 to 15-minute walk after eating can help lower blood sugar levels by encouraging glucose uptake by the muscles. This is a simple yet powerful strategy for enhancing glucose regulation. Limit refined sugars and processed carbs. Reducing intake of sugary snacks, sweetened beverages, and processed grains is crucial for preventing glucose spikes and crashes. Instead, opt for whole, unprocessed foods that offer a balance of nutrients. Focus point 2. Simple hacks to stabilize blood sugar levels. No drastic lifestyle changes required. Stabilizing blood sugar doesn't require a complete overhaul of one's lifestyle. In fact, small, strategic adjustments can lead to significant improvements in glucose regulation, energy levels, and overall well-being. These hacks are designed to fit seamlessly into daily routines, making them accessible to anyone, regardless of their schedule or dietary habits. Scientific research underscores the effectiveness of these simple strategies, showing that even minor tweaks can help keep blood sugar in check without the need for strict diets or major lifestyle shifts. The power of vinegar before meals. One of the most effective yet easy-to-implement hacks for stabilizing blood sugar is the use of vinegar before meals. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming a tablespoon of vinegar diluted in water before a meal can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 34% in healthy individuals and 20% in those with insulin resistance. Vinegar contains acetic acid, which slows the digestion of carbohydrates and enhances the body's ability to store glucose in muscle and liver cells, thus preventing sharp increases in blood sugar. This hack can be particularly helpful for people who enjoy carbohydrate-rich meals, but want to avoid the associated energy crashes. Vinegar's glucose-regulating effects offer a practical, science-backed tool for maintaining balance without radically altering one's diet. Additionally, This method has been embraced by cultures throughout history. Traditional Japanese meals, for instance, often include vinegar-based dressings or pickles as a way to naturally support digestion and blood sugar control. Eating protein and fiber first, the order in which we consume food, can also significantly impact blood sugar levels. A study from Diabetes Care demonstrated that starting a meal with protein and fiber, such as a salad or lean meat, can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by as much as 37%, compared to consuming carbohydrates first. This occurs because protein and fiber slow down the digestive process, allowing the body to release glucose into the bloodstream more gradually. Consider this in practice. Eating a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese before consuming bread or pasta can help modulate blood sugar, reducing both the immediate spike and subsequent crash. This hack is an easy way to make meals more blood sugar friendly without cutting out favorite foods. As Hippocrates observed, everything in moderation. Applying this principle to the sequence of food consumption helps balance the body's glucose response without making drastic sacrifices. The 10-minute walk after meals. Physical activity is another powerful tool for glucose control, and it doesn't have to be strenuous or time-consuming. Research published in Diabetologia has shown that just 10 minutes of light walking after meals can lower blood sugar levels more effectively than 30 minutes of exercise at other times of the day. Walking helps muscles absorb glucose from the bloodstream more efficiently, reducing the amount of insulin needed to process food. For example, a short walk after lunch or dinner can make a significant difference in stabilizing post-meal glucose levels. It's an easy, approachable way to incorporate movement into daily life without dedicating large chunks of time to exercise. This method is particularly valuable for those with sedentary jobs, as it counters the blood sugar spikes that often follow meals consumed at a desk or without physical activity. The role of savory breakfasts. Breakfast is an essential opportunity to set the tone for stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. Research from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggests that starting the day with a savory, protein-rich breakfast, such as eggs, avocado, or yogurt, can reduce cravings for sugary snacks later on and stabilize energy levels. In contrast, a high-carbohydrate, sugar-laden breakfast, like a bagel or sugary cereal, triggers a rapid glucose spike, often followed by a mid-morning energy crash. By choosing savory, nutrient-dense foods in the morning, individuals can keep their glucose levels more consistent and avoid the highs and lows that lead to fatigue and cravings. For example, swapping a muffin for scrambled eggs with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast not only provides lasting energy, but also supports metabolic health. As the ancient Roman philosopher Seneca noted, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Avoiding blood sugar-induced cravings aligns with this wisdom, creating a foundation of balance rather than deprivation. Hydration and blood sugar. Staying properly hydrated is another simple yet effective way to stabilize blood sugar. Water helps the kidneys flush excess glucose out of the body through urine, especially when blood sugar levels rise. Dehydration, on the other hand, can lead to higher blood sugar levels because the body produces more concentrated blood with less water content, making it harder for the body to regulate glucose. A 2011 study in Diabetes Care found that individuals who consumed at least 5 cups of water per day had a significantly lower risk of developing high blood sugar than those who drank less. Incorporating this hack is straightforward. Drinking a glass of water before meals and throughout the day helps maintain hydration and supports blood sugar regulation. For those who find plain water unappealing, adding slices of lemon or cucumber can make hydration more enjoyable without adding sugar or calories. Recommendations for simple glucose-stabilizing hacks. To optimize blood sugar levels without making dramatic lifestyle changes, consider adopting the following practical hacks. Vinegar before meals. A tablespoon of vinegar in water before a carb-heavy meal can slow down the absorption of glucose, reducing spikes. Start meals with protein and fiber. Eating protein or fiber first can slow glucose absorption, making meals more blood sugar friendly. Walk for 10 minutes after eating. A brief walk after meals helps muscles absorb glucose, preventing spikes and crashes. Choose savory breakfasts. Begin the day with protein-rich, low-carb options to avoid mid-morning energy crashes and cravings. Stay hydrated. Drinking water throughout the day supports glucose regulation by aiding the kidneys in flushing out excess sugar. Focus point 3. How balanced glucose leads to better sleep, energy, and mental clarity. Balanced glucose levels are not just critical for managing physical health. They have profound effects on sleep quality, energy levels, and mental clarity. When blood sugar is stable, the body is better able to regulate vital processes that contribute to overall well-being. Disruptions in glucose regulation can trigger fluctuations in energy, impair cognitive function, and disturb sleep, leading to a cycle of fatigue, poor concentration, and even mood disorders. By understanding how glucose impacts these key areas of life, we can take meaningful steps toward achieving a more balanced, energetic, and mentally clear state. The sleep-glucose connection. Balanced glucose levels play a crucial role in promoting restorative sleep. Sleep quality is heavily influenced by how well the body regulates glucose during the night. When blood sugar drops too low, hypoglycemia, or spikes too high, hyperglycemia, it disrupts the body's ability to stay in a deep sleep cycle. A study published in Diabetes, Metabolism, and Obesity found that individuals with erratic glucose levels experience more frequent night wakings and reduced time spent in deep, restorative sleep. For instance, consuming a carbohydrate-rich snack late at night can lead to a spike in blood sugar, followed by a rapid drop, which may wake a person up in the middle of the night feeling anxious or restless. On the other hand, balanced glucose levels ensure that energy supply remains steady throughout the night, allowing the brain and body to recover fully. Individuals who manage their glucose tend to report fewer interruptions in their sleep and wake up feeling more refreshed. This is supported by an old Ayurvedic principle. The rhythm of your sleep is the rhythm of your life. Stabilizing glucose is a key factor in establishing this essential rhythm. Consistent energy throughout the day. Balanced glucose also directly impacts energy levels. When blood sugar fluctuates too much, it leads to the common sugar crash phenomenon, a sudden drop in energy after consuming high sugar or high carb foods. These crashes are often followed by feelings of lethargy and the need for another sugar boost, creating a cycle of highs and lows that leave individuals feeling drained and unproductive. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that individuals who maintain stable glucose levels throughout the day experience more consistent energy and less fatigue, particularly in the late afternoon when energy slumps are common. Consider the difference between starting the day with a protein-rich breakfast versus one filled with refined carbohydrates. The protein-rich meal promotes steady energy release, while a sugary breakfast, such as pastries or sweetened cereal, triggers an initial energy surge followed by a dramatic dip. This leads to mental fog, difficulty focusing, and a sense of sluggishness. By keeping glucose levels balanced, individuals can maintain stable energy, which supports productivity and mood throughout the day. Mental clarity and focus. The brain is a highly glucose-dependent organ, requiring a steady supply of glucose to function optimally. When glucose levels fluctuate, so does cognitive performance. A 2014 study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology found that blood sugar imbalances, particularly spikes and crashes, were associated with poor memory, reduced attention span, and impaired decision-making. For example, when glucose levels drop too low, individuals often experience brain fog, difficulty concentrating, or forgetfulness. On the other hand, when glucose is stabilized, the brain receives a consistent fuel supply, which enhances mental clarity and sharpness. Moreover, balanced glucose helps maintain focus over extended periods, which is particularly important for tasks that require sustained attention, such as studying or working on complex projects. In this context, it's worth reflecting on the words of the Roman philosopher Epictetus. No great thing is created suddenly. Just as great accomplishments take time and sustained effort, maintaining mental clarity requires balance, consistent glucose levels over the course of the day. Glucose, stress, and emotional balance. Balanced glucose not only improves physical and cognitive performance, but also contributes to emotional stability. Research from the Journal of Behavioral Medicine highlights the relationship between blood sugar imbalances and increased irritability, anxiety, and even depressive symptoms. Erratic glucose levels put additional stress on the body, as fluctuations in insulin and cortisol, both stress-related hormones, can create feelings of agitation, mood swings, and even panic. Maintaining steady glucose levels helps mitigate these hormonal fluctuations, promoting a more even emotional state. This has practical applications for daily life, where stable energy and emotional resilience allow individuals to handle stress more effectively and avoid the roller coaster of mood swings often triggered by poor diet or irregular glucose levels. Recommendations for better sleep, energy, and mental clarity. To optimize sleep, maintain consistent energy, and enhance mental clarity, consider the following strategies. Avoid high-carb meals before bed. Opt for a light snack with protein or healthy fats to maintain balanced blood sugar throughout the night, supporting deeper, more restorative sleep. Eat nutrient-dense meals. Meals rich in protein, healthy fats, and fiber promote a slow, steady release of glucose, leading to sustained energy levels and avoiding the midday slump. Choose low GI foods for mental clarity. Foods with a low glycemic index, GI, such as nuts, whole grains, and leafy greens, ensure a stable glucose supply to the brain, improving focus and cognitive performance. Manage stress and emotional balance. Incorporate relaxation techniques like mindfulness or breathing exercises, which help regulate cortisol levels, further supporting balanced glucose and emotional stability. Focus point 4. The role of nutrition and timing in managing cravings. Cravings are a universal experience, often driven not just by hunger, but by complex biochemical signals related to nutrient imbalances and poorly timed meals. Managing these cravings effectively requires a combination of mindful nutrition and well-timed food intake. By focusing on the types of food we consume and when we consume them, we can mitigate cravings and promote better health. Understanding the nutrient-craving connection. Cravings are often the body's way of signaling that it needs specific nutrients. For instance, cravings for salty foods may indicate a lack of electrolytes, while sugar cravings are often a sign of fluctuating blood glucose levels. When the body experiences sudden drops in glucose, it triggers a desire for quick energy sources, primarily sugary or high-carbohydrate foods. A study published in the International Journal of Obesity found that nutrient-poor diets, especially those high in refined sugars and low in fiber, tend to exacerbate cravings, leading to overeating and ultimately weight gain. For example, a person who consumes refined carbohydrates like white bread or sugary snacks is more likely to experience cravings within a few hours due to the rapid spike and fall in blood sugar. This sets off a cycle where the body demands quick, easy energy, leading to further consumption of high-sugar foods. Breaking this cycle requires a shift toward nutrient-dense foods, especially those rich in fiber, protein, and healthy fats, that provide sustained energy and help manage cravings over the long term. The timing of meals and its effect on cravings. Timing plays a critical role in cravings management. Erratic eating patterns, such as skipping meals or eating late at night, can destabilize blood sugar levels and trigger cravings. Research published in Cell Metabolism revealed that individuals who adhered to consistent meal timings experience fewer cravings and improved metabolic health compared to those with irregular eating schedules. One concept that illustrates the importance of timing is time-restricted eating, TRE, where individuals consume their meals within a specific time window each day. TRE has been shown to stabilize glucose levels, which can directly reduce cravings. For instance, a study in nutrition and healthy aging showed that people who followed a 12-hour or 8-hour eating window experienced reduced hunger and cravings throughout the day. This is because the body adapts to receiving fuel at predictable intervals, reducing the likelihood of sudden energy crashes and the subsequent desire for unhealthy snacks. The body's circadian rhythm also plays a role in the timing of cravings. Cravings for sweet or high-calorie foods tend to peak in the evening, when our bodies are naturally more insulin-resistant, meaning they process sugars less efficiently. A late-night craving for a sugary snack not only spikes glucose levels, but also disrupts sleep, creating a vicious cycle of fatigue and more cravings the following day. Shifting carbohydrate intake to earlier in the day and focusing on protein-rich or fiber-rich meals in the evening can significantly reduce these late-night cravings. How macronutrients affect cravings. The macronutrient composition of meals, particularly the balance of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, greatly influences cravings. Protein, for instance, plays a pivotal role in suppressing cravings by promoting the release of hormones such as peptide YY, PYY, and glucagon-like peptide 1-GLP-1, both of which signal fullness and satisfaction to the brain. A 2014 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals who consumed a higher protein breakfast experienced significantly reduced cravings for sugary snacks throughout the day. On the other hand, diets rich in simple carbohydrates, particularly refined sugars, often lead to increased cravings. This is because simple carbs are rapidly digested and absorbed, causing a rapid spike in glucose levels followed by a sharp drop. In contrast, complex carbohydrates such as whole grains, vegetables, and legumes release glucose more slowly, providing sustained energy and reducing the likelihood of midday energy slumps and cravings. Fats also play an essential role in managing cravings. Healthy fats, particularly those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil, slow the digestion of carbohydrates, leading to more stable glucose levels. This helps keep hunger and cravings at bay for longer periods. Additionally, fats are involved in the production of hormones like leptin, which signals satiety and helps regulate appetite. A well-balanced meal with healthy fats, protein, and complex carbohydrates can prevent the onset of cravings by providing the body with the nutrients it needs in a slow, steady release. The psychological and emotional aspects of cravings. Cravings are not only physiological, but also deeply intertwined with emotional and psychological factors. Emotional eating, where individuals consume food as a way to cope with stress or negative emotions, is closely linked to cravings. When stressed, the body releases cortisol, a hormone that increases appetite and cravings for high-fat, high-sugar foods. Studies published in Appetite have shown that emotional triggers like stress, boredom, or loneliness often lead to cravings for comfort foods high in sugar and fat. However, mindful eating practices can counteract this effect. Mindfulness helps individuals become more aware of their hunger signals and emotional triggers, enabling them to make healthier choices when cravings arise. Pausing to assess whether a craving is driven by physical hunger or emotional needs can empower individuals to make better food choices. Reflecting on this idea, the Buddhist saying, "The mind is everything. What you think you become," applies to cravings management as well. By practicing mindfulness, we can better control our responses to cravings and make intentional, health-conscious decisions about what and when we eat. Recommendations for managing cravings through nutrition and timing. To effectively manage cravings through improved nutrition and meal timing, consider these strategies. Incorporate protein and healthy fats into every meal. These macronutrients promote satiety and reduce the likelihood of cravings by slowing digestion and stabilizing blood sugar levels. Eat at regular intervals. Consistent meal timing helps regulate glucose levels and reduces the likelihood of cravings driven by sudden drops in energy. Opt for nutrient-dense whole foods. Replace refined sugars and simple carbohydrates with whole grains, vegetables, and lean proteins to ensure your body receives the nutrients it needs, reducing the chances of nutrient-driven cravings. Practice mindful eating. Pay attention to hunger signals and emotional triggers that might lead to unnecessary cravings. By being aware of why you're eating, you can make more thoughtful food choices. Focus point 5. Practical tips on managing carbs and optimizing meals for steady glucose levels. Carbohydrates play a significant role in our diet as a primary energy source, yet they are also the macronutrient most often associated with glucose spikes and fluctuations in energy levels. Managing carbohydrate intake effectively without completely cutting them out is crucial for maintaining steady glucose levels and preventing the crashes that lead to fatigue, cravings, and mood swings. Implementing practical strategies for carb management can help individuals enjoy the benefits of carbohydrates while minimizing their negative impacts on health. Understanding the glycemic index and its impact on blood sugar. One key concept in managing carbohydrates is the glycemic index, GI, a system that ranks foods based on how quickly they raise blood glucose levels. Foods with a high glycemic index, such as white bread, sugary cereals, and processed snacks, cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by a sharp decline. On the other hand, low glycemic foods, like whole grains, legumes, and non-starchy vegetables, release glucose more slowly into the bloodstream, providing a steady source of energy without the dramatic peaks and crashes. For example, replacing white rice with brown rice or quinoa, which have a lower glycemic index, can significantly reduce glucose spikes after a meal. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights that low GI diets are associated with improved insulin sensitivity and better glucose control, making them particularly beneficial for individuals looking to manage energy levels and prevent metabolic issues. Incorporating low GI foods into meals is a simple yet effective way to optimize carbohydrate consumption. Swapping out high GI foods for more nutrient-dense alternatives not only stabilizes glucose levels, but also provides more sustained energy throughout the day. The power of combining carbs with protein and fat. One practical and effective way to manage carbs is by pairing them with protein and healthy fats. This strategy helps slow the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates, leading to more gradual glucose increases. For instance, adding avocado, a healthy fat, and grilled chicken, a lean protein, to a slice of whole grain toast significantly reduces the glucose spike compared to eating the toast alone. A study from the Journal of Nutrition found that combining carbohydrates with protein or fat reduced post-meal glucose spikes by up to 50%, showing the powerful impact of meal composition on glucose regulation. This method can be applied to various meals. For breakfast, instead of eating a bowl of cereal, try having oatmeal topped with nuts, chia seeds, and berries. The fiber in oats, combined with the fats from the nuts and chia seeds and the antioxidants from the berries, creates a balanced meal that provides energy without causing rapid glucose surges. Timing carbohydrate consumption for optimal glucose levels. The timing of carbohydrate consumption also plays a critical role in managing glucose levels. Consuming the majority of carbohydrates earlier in the day, when insulin sensitivity is at its peak, can help the body process glucose more efficiently. Studies published in Diabetes Care suggest that people who eat larger carbohydrate-rich meals earlier in the day experience better glucose control compared to those who consume most of their carbs in the evening, when insulin sensitivity naturally declines. For example, having a balanced lunch with complex carbohydrates, such as a quinoa salad with vegetables and a source of lean protein, provides sustained energy without the risk of glucose crashes later in the day. This approach also helps curb evening cravings, which are often linked to poor glucose control during the day. The importance of fiber in managing carbohydrate absorption. Fiber, particularly soluble fiber, plays a key role in slowing down the absorption of glucose from carbohydrates. Foods rich in fiber, such as beans, lentils, and leafy greens, not only help stabilize glucose levels, but also promote satiety, making it easier to avoid overeating. A study in The Lancet reported that individuals who consumed high-fiber diets had significantly lower post-meal glucose spikes and improved insulin sensitivity. Including fiber-rich foods in every meal is a practical way to optimize glucose control. For instance, adding beans or lentils to a salad or soup not only boosts its nutrient content, but also helps mitigate the impact of any carbohydrates consumed during the meal. Portion control and carbohydrate distribution. Managing portion sizes is another essential strategy for steady glucose levels. Large portions of carbohydrate-dense foods can overwhelm the body's ability to process glucose efficiently, leading to higher blood sugar spikes. By controlling portions and spreading carbohydrate intake across multiple meals, individuals can maintain more stable energy levels and reduce the risk of insulin resistance. For example, Rather than consuming a large plate of pasta, opt for a smaller portion paired with a side of vegetables and a protein source. This not only helps control the amount of glucose released into the bloodstream, but also ensures a more balanced and nutrient-dense meal. In some cultures, carbohydrates make up a large part of the diet, but the portions are often controlled in subtle ways. In Japan, rice is consumed in small portions alongside vegetables, fish, and other nutrient-dense foods, contributing to a balanced diet that supports long-term health. This practice reflects the broader principle that portion control is just as important as the type of carbohydrates consumed. Recommendations for carb management. To effectively manage carbs and optimize meals for steady glucose levels, consider these practical tips. Prioritize low glycemic foods. Choose complex carbohydrates, such as whole grains, legumes, and non-starchy vegetables, to provide steady energy without causing large glucose spikes. Combine carbs with protein and healthy fats. Pairing carbohydrates with protein and fat helps slow their absorption, leading to more stable blood sugar levels. Focus on fiber-rich foods. Incorporate soluble fiber into meals to help manage carbohydrate absorption and promote satiety, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Time carbohydrate consumption strategically. Eat carbohydrate-rich meals earlier in the day when insulin sensitivity is higher, and avoid large portions of carbs in the evening. Control portion sizes. Spread carbohydrate intake across multiple meals, ensuring balanced portions to avoid overwhelming the body's glucose processing capacity. Focus point 6. Special hacks, such as a vinegar trick and breakfast tweaks, to maintain glucose balance. Beyond the traditional strategies of portion control and glycemic index awareness, there are several lesser-known yet highly effective hacks that can significantly improve glucose regulation. These techniques require minimal effort, but offer substantial health benefits by helping to prevent blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day. Among the most practical and scientifically supported are the vinegar trick and specific tweaks to breakfast routines. These strategies are simple, accessible, and backed by research. The vinegar trick, enhancing insulin sensitivity. One surprisingly powerful tool for controlling blood glucose is vinegar, particularly apple cider vinegar. Several studies have demonstrated that consuming vinegar before a meal can significantly improve insulin sensitivity and reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. A study published in the Journal of Functional Foods revealed that vinegar consumption before a carbohydrate-rich meal reduced blood sugar levels by up to 34% in individuals with insulin resistance. This effect is attributed to acetic acid, a key component of vinegar, which slows down the conversion of carbohydrates into glucose and enhances the body's ability to absorb glucose more gradually. For instance, taking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water 10 to 15 minutes before a meal can effectively prevent large glucose spikes. This is especially beneficial when eating meals that contain starchy foods, such as bread, pasta, or potatoes. It's a simple yet impactful addition to one's routine, particularly for those who struggle with maintaining steady glucose levels after eating. Breakfast tweaks. The importance of a savory start. The timing and composition of breakfast can have a profound effect on glucose levels throughout the day. Contrary to the common practice of eating sugary cereals or pastries in the morning, research supports that starting the day with a savory, protein-rich breakfast helps stabilize blood sugar levels. According to a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, individuals who consumed a high-protein breakfast experienced lower post-meal glucose and insulin levels compared to those who ate a high-carbohydrate breakfast. This finding underscores the importance of choosing foods that provide lasting energy without causing rapid spikes. A savory breakfast that includes eggs, avocado, leafy greens, or Greek yogurt paired with nuts is ideal for setting up a balanced day. This type of meal prevents the mid-morning crash that often follows a carb-heavy breakfast, such as a bagel or a muffin. The combination of protein and healthy fats in a savory breakfast promotes a slower release of glucose into the bloodstream, providing sustained energy for several hours. Moreover, switching from processed, sugary breakfast options to more nutrient-dense choices helps curb cravings later in the day. By starting with a breakfast that stabilizes glucose, individuals are less likely to experience the energy dips that trigger the desire for sugary snacks or caffeine later on. The impact of timing and sequence in meals. Another special hack for glucose management revolves around the sequence in which foods are consumed. Research suggests that eating fiber, protein, and fat before carbohydrates can significantly reduce glucose spikes. A study published in Diabetes Care revealed that individuals who consumed a salad with olive oil dressing before eating bread or rice had a lower post-meal glucose response compared to those who ate carbohydrates first. This sequence allows the body to process the more complex, slower-digesting macronutrients first, creating a buffer for carbohydrate absorption and preventing large, sudden spikes in blood sugar. This hack can be easily applied to everyday meals. For example, when eating out, starting with a salad or protein-based appetizer before diving into the main carbohydrate-heavy dish can lead to better glucose control. Even at home, a simple meal sequence adjustment, such as beginning dinner with vegetables and proteins before eating grains or starchy sides, can make a noticeable difference. The power of small adjustments. Lemon juice as a glucose modulator. Lemon juice is another simple, yet often overlooked, addition that can help maintain glucose balance. Its acidic nature has been shown to slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. Research from Food and Function suggests that adding lemon juice to meals can lower the glycemic index of foods, leading to more stable blood sugar levels. Whether squeezed over a salad or added to a glass of water, lemon juice acts as a natural glucose modulator, making it an easy hack for those seeking better metabolic control. For instance, a breakfast of whole grain toast with avocado could be enhanced by adding a sprinkle of lemon juice. Not only does it add flavor, but it also contributes to better glucose management without requiring a major dietary overhaul. The role of hydration in glucose regulation. Proper hydration is essential for glucose control, as it helps the kidneys eliminate excess sugar through urine. Dehydration, on the other hand, can lead to higher blood sugar levels, as the body has to compensate by retaining more glucose in the bloodstream. A study in Diabetes Care highlighted that individuals who drank more water had a lower risk of developing hyperglycemia. Drinking a glass of water with meals and throughout the day ensures that glucose can be efficiently managed by the body, preventing spikes and crashes. Adding lemon or apple cider vinegar to water not only boosts flavor, but also amplifies the glucose-regulating benefits. These small, strategic additions can help individuals maintain hydration while simultaneously supporting metabolic health. Conclusion: tailored recommendations for special hacks. The following recommendations offer practical ways to integrate these special hacks into everyday life for better glucose balance. Use the vinegar trick. Consume a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water before meals to reduce post-meal glucose spikes and improve insulin sensitivity. Prioritize a savory, protein-rich breakfast. Choose eggs, avocado, and leafy greens over sugary cereals or pastries to maintain stable glucose levels throughout the day and prevent energy crashes. Adjust meal timing and sequence. Eat fiber, protein, or fat first, followed by carbohydrates, to slow down glucose absorption and prevent large blood sugar spikes. Incorporate lemon juice. Add lemon juice to meals or water to naturally lower the glycemic index of foods and stabilize blood sugar levels. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to support glucose regulation, adding lemon or vinegar for an added metabolic boost. Focus point 7. Real-world examples of how implementing these hacks can drastically change your daily life. The simplicity of glucose management hacks, such as meal timing, vinegar intake, and breakfast adjustments, makes them accessible and easy to integrate into daily routines. What's remarkable is how quickly these small changes can translate into substantial improvements in energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. In this section, we will explore real-world scenarios where people have incorporated these hacks, leading to meaningful changes in their daily lives. Stabilizing energy levels throughout the day. One of the most common complaints people face is the dreaded afternoon energy slump, often referred to as the 3 p.m. crash. For many, this dip in energy can lead to decreased productivity and an overwhelming desire for sugary snacks or caffeine. Sarah, a marketing executive in her mid-30s, struggled with these energy crashes daily. She typically began her mornings with a quick breakfast of toast and jam, followed by a mid-morning coffee and snack. However, she often found herself lethargic and unable to focus by the afternoon. After learning about the importance of starting the day with a protein-rich, savory breakfast, Sarah decided to switch to scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. Within a week, she noticed a significant improvement. Her energy levels remained consistent throughout the day, and she no longer craved sweets or additional caffeine in the afternoon. By incorporating this simple hack into her routine, Sarah was able to stabilize her glucose levels and avoid the rapid spikes and crashes that previously disrupted her workflow. This allowed her to maintain focus and productivity well into the afternoon, improve mental clarity and focus. For those working in demanding environments, mental clarity and focus are critical. David, a software developer, frequently found himself experiencing brain fog during coding sessions, especially after meals. He'd often reach for high-carb snacks or sugary beverages to keep going, only to feel sluggish and less creative later in the day. David decided to experiment with the vinegar trick before lunch. He began taking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water before meals. Within 2 weeks, he noticed a marked improvement in his cognitive performance. The usual post-lunch mental fog lifted, and he felt sharper and more alert throughout his afternoon coding sessions. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggests that vinegar's ability to lower blood glucose levels post-meal contributes to steadier energy and improved brain function, helping David maintain focus during his most challenging tasks. In addition to the vinegar trick, David also began following the meal sequencing advice, starting his meals with salads and proteins before moving on to carbohydrates. This method of front-loading fiber and protein not only kept his glucose levels stable, but also kept him feeling fuller for longer periods, reducing the temptation to snack unnecessarily. Long-term health benefits. Lisa, a 45-year-old office worker, was diagnosed with prediabetes and advised to make lifestyle changes to prevent the condition from progressing into full-blown type 2 diabetes. Her doctor recommended adopting several glucose hacks, including eating meals in the right sequence and incorporating more vinegar into her diet. Lisa also began focusing on eating savory, nutrient-dense breakfast instead of sugary cereals. Over the course of 6 months, Lisa's blood work showed remarkable improvements. Her fasting glucose levels normalized, and she lost 15 pounds without drastically changing her diet or engaging in intense exercise routines. Her success story is a testament to the fact that small, strategic adjustments can make a significant difference in health outcomes, particularly for those at risk of metabolic conditions. In Lisa's case, the implementation of glucose hacks was crucial not only for her physical health, but also for her emotional well-being. The anxiety she previously felt over her diagnosis dissipated as she took control of her health. The steady energy and improved mood she experienced led to more consistent exercise habits and healthier food choices overall, creating a positive feedback loop that further reinforced her glucose control. Enhanced sleep and recovery. Michael, a 50-year-old recreational runner, struggled with poor sleep and inconsistent performance during his workouts. Despite following a generally healthy diet, he often found himself waking up in the middle of the night, feeling restless and groggy in the morning. Michael learned that the timing and composition of his evening meals might be influencing his glucose levels, thereby affecting his sleep quality. He adopted the habit of taking a tablespoon of vinegar before dinner and focused on eating protein and vegetables before consuming any carbohydrates. The result was a noticeable improvement in his sleep. He began sleeping through the night and waking up feeling refreshed and ready to train. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition support the idea that balanced glucose levels before sleep can improve the body's ability to maintain a steady energy state during rest, leading to better overall recovery. This hack not only improved Michael's sleep, but also enhances performance during runs. He found that his energy was more sustained throughout his workouts, allowing him to train harder and recover faster. This, in turn, led to improved race times and overall fitness, without requiring any significant changes to his training regimen. Recommendations for real-world application. The key to successfully implementing these hacks lies in their simplicity and practicality. For individuals seeking better energy, focus, and long-term health benefits, here are the tailored recommendations. Start with breakfast. Opt for a savory, protein-rich meal to kickstart your metabolism and prevent energy crashes later in the day. This one change can significantly improve both physical and mental performance. Incorporate vinegar before meals. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar before carbohydrate-rich meals can help regulate blood sugar spikes, leading to improved energy levels and cognitive clarity. Sequence your meals. Begin each meal with fiber-rich vegetables and lean proteins before consuming starchy or sugary foods. This simple adjustment can dramatically reduce glucose spikes and improve satiety. Consistency over time. While the benefits of these hacks may be felt quickly, the long-term health advantages become even more apparent with consistent application. Over time, these small changes can lower the risk of metabolic diseases and improve overall well-being. Hydration and meal enhancements. Drinking plenty of water and adding lemon juice or vinegar to your hydration routine can further support glucose regulation without major effort. Food order hacks for glucose management. 1. Food order hack. Eating your veggies first is a game changer for managing glucose levels. By starting with fiber-rich vegetables, you create a buffer that slows down the absorption of glucose when you eventually consume carbohydrates. This method can reduce glucose spikes by up to 75%, significantly improving your energy levels and curbing cravings for unhealthy snacks later in the day. 2. Veggie starter hack. Incorporating a plate of vegetables at the beginning of your meal harnesses the natural power of fiber. Fiber slows the digestion of carbohydrates, leading to a gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. This stabilization not only helps in managing blood sugar levels, but also promotes satiety, reducing the likelihood of overeating later. 3. Calories hack. Rethinking your approach to calories can revolutionize your eating habits. While traditional dieting focuses heavily on calorie counting, this can often obscure the quality of food being consumed. Foods that cause significant glucose spikes, even if low in calories, can adversely affect overall health and weight management. By prioritizing the glycemic impact of foods over mere calorie counts, you can make healthier choices that support long-term wellness. 4. Savory breakfast hack. Opting for savory breakfasts rich in protein and healthy fats can help maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Unlike sugary breakfasts that lead to rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar, savory options such as eggs, avocados, and vegetables provide sustained energy and reduce the likelihood of sugar cravings later. This shift not only stabilizes glucose, but also promotes better overall health. 5. Sugar hack. It's important to understand that all sugars, whether brown sugar, honey, or agave syrup, have similar effects on glucose levels. This insight allows you to make informed choices. Enjoy sweets for their pleasurable qualities, not as a source of health. Being mindful about sugar consumption can help mitigate its impact on your overall health. 6. Dessert hack. Timing is everything when it comes to enjoying desserts. Consuming sweet treats after a meal, rather than on an empty stomach, minimizes their impact on glucose levels. This approach not only helps control cravings, but also allows your body to better manage the glucose release from carbohydrates consumed during the meal, reducing potential spikes. 7. Vinegar hack. Incorporating a tablespoon of vinegar in water before meals has been shown to reduce glucose spikes by up to 30%. The acetic acid in vinegar slows down carbohydrate digestion, leading to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. This simple hack can be a powerful tool for those looking to manage their blood sugar effectively. 8. After you eat move hack. Engaging in light physical activity after meals such as walking, can enhance your body's ability to utilize glucose more efficiently. This practice not only helps stabilize blood sugar levels, but also aids digestion and promotes overall metabolic health. Just a few minutes of movement can make a significant difference in how your body processes the food you've eaten. These food order hacks offer simple yet effective strategies for managing glucose levels and improving overall health. By prioritizing fiber, being mindful of food quality over calorie counts, and timing your meals wisely, you can create a sustainable approach to eating that enhances energy, reduces cravings, and supports long-term well-being. Conclusion: as we wrap up this journey through the transformative world of glucose management, we've explored several key focus points that can empower you to take control of your daily health and well-being. We began by understanding the science behind glucose regulation and how it profoundly affects our daily lives. By implementing simple hacks to stabilize blood sugar levels, without requiring drastic lifestyle changes, you can pave the way for consistent energy and clarity. We also discussed how balanced glucose levels contribute to improved sleep quality, sustained energy, and enhanced mental focus. Nutrition and meal timing play a pivotal role in managing cravings and optimizing meal composition. By incorporating practical tips for carbohydrate management, you can foster steady glucose levels and avoid the pitfalls of erratic energy. Special techniques, like the vinegar trick and thoughtful breakfast tweaks, provide additional strategies for maintaining balance throughout the day. Through real-world examples, we witness firsthand how individuals have dramatically improved their lives by embracing these glucose hacks, transforming their energy levels, mental clarity, and overall health. Practical recommendations. To implement these insights into your life, consider the following actionable steps. Prioritize protein-rich breakfasts. Start your day with a savory meal to stabilize energy and prevent cravings. Utilize vinegar before meals. This simple addition can help manage blood sugar spikes effectively. Practice meal sequencing. Begin with fiber and protein before indulging in carbohydrates for better satiety. Stay hydrated. Incorporate hydrating beverages with lemon or vinegar to support glucose balance. Consistency is key. Commit to these changes for lasting health improvements. The importance of these topics cannot be overstated. By mastering glucose management, you are not only enhancing your physical health, but also fostering a clearer mind and better emotional well-being. These strategies equip you to thrive in your daily life, empowering you to make informed choices. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Your time and interest are truly appreciated. If you found this audiobook valuable, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Remember, engaging with this content not only enhances your understanding of health, but also supports your English language improvement. The more you listen, the better you speak. Let's continue this journey together toward better health and communication.